Back here in Bourne, we welcome everybody into the Mariners Radio Network. We've made it to Doran Park alongside my friend Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, our fourth time this summer seeing the Bourne Braves, the Mariners undefeated so far.
Yeah, and it's just been a true test of the Mariners and the way that they string together wins, and it's as simple as this. You come out with a strong start on the mound, you hold down defensively, and then when you get an opportunity to strike and put some runs on the board, you take advantage. That's how the Mariners won their game yesterday against Hyannis, and I'm looking for them to do the same thing here today.
A 6-3 win on the road at McKeon Park last night. A well-rounded from the Harwich team, obviously pitching the catalyst, and the Bats woke up last night. For the Bourne Braves, a 4-4 tie against the best team in the Cape YD. This is a Bourne team, Gino, they've lost one game in their last 6. They're playing very well right now, just one game under 500.
Now, they lost 2 of their top players in Aloy and Kojal, but expect some guys like John Legrande to step up. He's been a huge player for them this summer, been one of the top bats across the Cape. He's on a 7-game hit streak right now, only 5 games this summer where he doesn't have a knock. He's someone to look out for if you're the Mariners.
The pitching matchup, it'll be the lefty for Harwich, Tom Chmielewski, the grad student at North Carolina. And for the host, the Bourne Braves, it'll be Folger Boaz, the left-hander, also at a UNC. So a Tar Heel on Tar Heel matchup tonight. We will have the starting lineups when we come back. Welcome to the Mariners Radio Network, the only game on the Cape tonight. You have nowhere else to go.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. And our game at supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every.
Welcome into Doran Park, a fantastic national anthem and somehow a better night. 72 degrees, a little bit windy, but a nice gust of breeze to cool things off, and nothing but sunshine. Not a cloud in the sky. Welcome into the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Let's take a peek at the starting lineups tonight, starting with the road Harwich Mariners. Their lineup that the longtime skipper Steve Englert calls on tonight. Leading off and playing short, Tanner Marsh had 3 hits last night. Nico Brini hitting second and playing center. Eden Robbins batting third and playing left. 4, 5, and 6, well, it sounds like this. Maddox Maloney, the DH, D. Kennedy at third base, and Jake Coonan in right field. Rounding out the Harwich order, the final 3, Trey Wells, the catcher, Sam Harris at first base, and Sam DiCarlo at second. They'll have a date with the left-handed starter at a North Carolina Folger Boaz. He's sporting a 3.90 ERA off his college year, but a 7.94 in the Cape, an arm that the Mariners look to get to tonight. You take a peek at the Bourne Braves defensively. In the outfield going left to right, it's Cal Sefcik, John LaGrande in center, and then Braden Holcomb in right field. The infield at the hot corner, Cade Lewis, shortstop, Riker Waite, second baseman Ryan Cooney, and at first, Jason Torres. Behind the dish, Mark Quattrani, the Notre Dame catcher, recently a transfer to South Bend. Gino, Harwich already 3-0 against the Bourne Braves. These two teams could not be more different. Bourne the 9th ERA in the Cape, the Mariners #1 with the lowest ERA, but Bourne in the batting average category, #1 in the league. Guess what? Harwich dead last in the league.
Yeah, this is a Bourne team that reminds me a lot of Wareham in that there's a lot of offense that can get generated, and if you remember from the Mariner game against Wareham a few days ago, it was a shootout. The Mariners ended up scoring 8 runs that game, but lost that game. So they got to make sure that they're shutting down defensively, taking away the strength of the Bourne Braves, and that is outscoring teams. And the Mariners got to make sure that they're shutting that down and plating runs when they have an opportunity to do so.
Let's take a look at the Braves starter tonight. Folger Boaz, 6'2", a lefty out of Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, goes to UNC Chapel Hill. In 2025 at school, had 4 starts but 23 appearances through 30 innings on the dot, struck out 30 on the number, walked 18, a .259 batting average against, but an ERA below 4. In the Cape so far this summer, nothing but 4 starts, gone over 11 innings, 13 strikeouts, 10 walks, but a 7.94 ERA. Harwich coming off a 6-3 win last night in Hyannis. The Bats woke up early, and they did their thing, relied on the pitching down the stretch. Tanner Marsh digs in from the right side. We're just about set and ready to go at Dorn Park. A gorgeous night for baseball. This is a makeup of the July 9th ball game that got canceled due to rain, the only game in the Cape Cod Baseball League tonight. A lefty v righty matchup. The leadoff hitter Marsh digs in. Boaz looks in, a deep breath, kicks and deals. First pitch, a swinging strike 1 on the fastball. We're off and running, 6:03. Marsh coming off a 3-hit day yesterday, stole a base, drove in a run. The 0-1 poked the other way but foul down the right field line. Marsh quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
Tanner Marsh has slowly become the new leadoff man for this Harwich Mariners, and he has been someone that sports one of the top on-base percentages for this Mariners team, so rightfully so, he gets the #1 spot.
It'll be our main man behind the plate tonight, Joe LaBella. Marsh looking to protect, no balls and 2 strikes. Boaz kicks, steals, and a high fly ball, dead center field. LaGrande going back, dodging the sun, and makes the routine play, 1 up, 1 down in the first. That'll bring up Nico Brini. Harwich in their baby blue road uniforms tonight. They wore them last night in a win on Hyannis. These are one of the cleanest looks in the Cape. The red lettering, the navy trim. The Bourne Braves, though, Gino, I know you're a fan of these. The all-white unis,
yeah.
The red lettering, a little bit of a navy/black trim. Red hats with the black brims. A good look. First pitch to Brini in a lefty-lefty matchup. A strike on the lower outside corner. He did not offer. It's 0-1.
I love when these two teams go at it because they've got some of the nicest uniforms on the Cape.
Just the second batter of the game in Brini. Boaz stares him down. The big left-hander comes home. The 0-1 is chopped foul down the third base line. So back-to-back Harwich batters quickly behind 0-2. Boaz throwing a lot of strikes. Something to look out for is him getting beat up, A, in the walk category, but also the hits. You take a look at 2.47 whip. That means per inning he's giving up at least a walk or a hit, if not multiple, of those 2 stats combined. He's got Brini on the ropes, 1 out, nobody on, shakes off a pitch. He likes this one, kicks and fires the 0-2. Popped up foul. Brini just caught a piece of a high curveball. With how open Doran Park is, Gino, it always feels like there's some sort of wind. I remember the last time we played here, there was a lot of it.
Yeah, this one's blowing in from the outfield, pushing towards left.
Another 0-2 to Brini. Pitch in the dirt. Brini laid off the fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robbins on deck. Maloney after him if we get there. So much turnover happening right now in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Guys calling it quits on the summer, going home, just worn out. But the Mariners are still intact right now. The 1-2 to Nico, chopped down the first baseline, foul.
That's just part of Summer League, right? It's not just some teams that are dealing with it. It's every team that's going to deal with a little bit of turnover, guys wanting to sit out, guys wanting to go home, enjoy a little bit of their time off from school. But it's going to be who's going to step up when some guys leave. It's going to be the difference.
Well, tonight it might just be a little deeper than the win-loss because the Scouts have nowhere else to go but Bourne and Doran Park. It is flooded with Major League Scouts tonight. The 1-2 to Brini, slashed into left. It's through, a base hit. Brini goes the other way on a high fastball that he just caught up to, and the Mariners have a 1-out base runner in the first.
Now batting from Seton Hall, left fielder number 24.
Brini in his last 7 games is batting a .276 average. I mean, he is someone that has really come alive towards the end part of this summer. A little bit of a slump about midway through, but we knew he was going to break out of it. Good to see that he's hitting his stride as we inch closer to the end of this summer.
Now here's Aiden Robbins. He digs in from the right side. Look out for A-Rob, not just because he's dominant in OPS above 1,000, but he thrives against left-handed pitching. First offering. Fastball right down the middle. Robbins didn't offer, 0-1. Brini on first, look out for him. He can run with the best of them in the stolen base category. 6 so far this summer. He stole 2 last night in Hyannis. Robbins behind, no balls and 1 strike. The pitch, inside, 1-1. Gino, it's hard to not notice. I want to go back to the scouting comment. It's hard to not notice that there are a lot of guys here behind the plate in that designated area. Do you think the players are thinking about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
1-1, Robbins lays off a changeup low. He gets ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And I wouldn't be surprised, too, if you have Steve Angler telling these guys, like, hey, I don't want to put more pressure on you, but, you know, there's people here to come see you. Make sure you're performing.
We know Steve Angler, and he wants them performing for the badge, for the letters on their jersey in Harwich. Robbins fouls off the 2-1. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But it's not just make sure you have a good game. It's also make sure you're not doing anything that doesn't represent you and your character, right? If you strike out, don't slam your bat, don't slam your helmet. That's something that scouts look out for as well, your temperament and your emotions.
1 on with 1 out, no score in the top of the first. Boaz throws over. Brini back in the head first dive. He's safe. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to the Mariners' left fielder Aiden Robbins. Robbins transferring to the SEC from Seton Hall to the University of Texas in Austin. He hit over 400 for average in the Big East this coming school year. Or this past school year, excuse me. 2-strike pitch, Brini runs, pitch in the dirt low, throw to second, not in time. Nico steals second base. Robbins spits on a pitch in the dirt. The count goes full, and a 1-out runner in scoring position situation for Harwich in the first. Take a look at Boaz's stuff. It's a fastball, changeup, slider mix. The fastball right around 91. It's not going to blow you away, but definitely a bigger guy who has some power on the rubber. Payoff pitch. Ground ball left side, gloved by the third baseman Lewis. He throws over to first. The throw beats Aiden Robbins. Nico Brini doesn't go anywhere. 2 outs in the first.
Now batting from Oregon, designated hitter number 39, Maddox Maloney.
So the runner stays in scoring position, and that'll bring up the Mariners' everyday cleanup hitter, Maddox Maloney. He has been a star, at least defensively so far this summer. He was an all-star over this past weekend in YD, but not playing defense tonight. Englert calls for his bat and a chance here in the opening inning. First pitch. Away with the fastball, 1-0.
Maddox Maloney certainly has another gear to him. Recently, he's not been at his best, batting a 172 through his last 9, but we know this is a guy that can turn it up at any moment.
He's ahead 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, same spot. Again with the fastball, 2-0, way off the plate away from the right-handed hitter Maloney.
Something to keep out for, or look out for, I should say, with Maloney is he can make contact when he's got guys ready to come in and score. He's tied for 3rd on the team in RBIs with Jay Coonan at 9, so with Brini over there at 2nd, wouldn't be surprised if Maloney can turn this into something.
The man on deck, D. Kennedy, is the RBI leader for Harwich. See if he can get an at-bat in the first. It would take Maddox getting on. He's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Jam shot on the fastball. Popped up first base line. Gloved by the first baseman Jason Torres for the 3rd out of the inning. After a 1-out hit and Nico Brini stolen base, the Mariners strand him in scoring position. We're off and running at Doran Park. We'll be back for the home half of the first inning on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery.
Welcome back to Doran Park. The Mariners strand a runner in scoring position in the top of the first. No score. Time for the home half. Let's take a look at the Bourne Braves starting lineup. Leading off and playing short, Riker Waite. Batting second, playing center, John LaGrande. And batting 3rd in right field, Braden Holcomb. 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Drew Wires, the DH, a 2-home-run game last night against YD. Cade Lewis at 3rd, and Cal Sefcik in left. 7, 8, and 9 is Mark Quattrani, the catcher, Jason Torres at first base, and Ryan Cooney at 2nd. They'll be going up against Tom Chmielewski, the grad student left-hander out of North Carolina. First pitch is a fastball down the middle to Riker Waite. It's 0-1. Riker Waite, an all-star this past weekend at YD. A fantastic defensive shortstop and really been the nail at the top of this Bourne lineup. The 0-1's fouled off over the Mariner dugout, first base side. 0-2. Chmielewski so far this summer has been nothing shy of fantastic. 4 appearances, this is his 2nd start. 12 2/3 innings of action, 13 strikeouts, just 3 walks, and a 2.13 ERA. The 0-2 is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Riker Waite. Chmielewski likes to work quick. He's doing that now. The 1-2 to Waite. Another foul ball down the first base side, out of play. Riker's going to make you work. He's one of those crafty shortstops that's just a grinder of a ball player. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a liner into left. That's down for a base hit. Waite makes a large turn, thinking about 2. The throw comes into 2nd. He retreats back to 1st. A leadoff base hit for the Braves. Riker Waite has come to play.
Now batting from St. John, center fielder number 1, John LaGrande.
This part of the order is going to be tough defensively for the Mariners and also Chmielewski on the mound. He talked about Waite followed by LeGrande. I mean, 2 all-stars at the top of this order for the Braves. Got to make sure you're locking down.
John LeGrande is that dude for the Bourne Braves. An average at .306. He leads the team with 16 runs batted in. A lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, a fastball in the dirt. 1-0. LeGrande is a treat to watch. Plays center field almost every night. Unbelievable speed. Only stands at 5'8". Just a shorter guy with a lot of power and a ton of speed. Runner at first, nobody out. Chmielewski throws over to check on Riker Waite. Nothing doing over there. 1-0 to LeGrande. This Bourne team leads the Cape Cod Baseball League in team batting average. That's a .256. The 1-0 is a liner into right center field, down for a hit. White thought about third and now retreats back to second. Back-to-back singles has the first 2 on for the Bourne Braves. They're striking in the opening inning.
And it's not like this part of the order gets any easier. I mean, Braden Holcomb, also one of the top hitters on this Bourne team as well. And he's someone that has played a ton of games for the Braves. Only player to play in 28 contests this summer. I mean, you talk about availability and being ready to go day in and day out. Braden Holcomb is just that.
The Vanderbilt outfielder has a chance here. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch, a little bit inside with the slider. 1 ball and no strikes. One of those situations where a guy who's in the double-digit RBI column, as Braden Holcomb, is just licking his chops. His fellow Vanderbilt buddy at second base, Riker Waite. John LeGrande at first. The 1-0. Jam shot fly ball to right field. Coming in quickly is Jake Coonan, called off by the second baseman DiCarlo, and he makes a head-high catch over the shoulder. A nice play from the Mariners' Sam DiCarlo for the first out in the first.
Now batting from Mississippi State, designated hitter number 32, Drew Wires.
Not a productive out at all from Braden Holcomb, but that's exactly what Tom Chmielewski and the Mariners were looking for.
Absolutely, you can build off of that.
So the first out of the bottom of the first. Still runners at first and second for the cleanup man, Drew Wires. The Mississippi State transfer last night hit 2 home runs and drove in all 4 of the Braves' runs at YD. First pitch, runners go, swing and a miss, throw down to third, and they got him. Trey Wells was ready to go, a cannon right down the line to Kennedy, and they steal an out with Riker Waite trying to steal third.
That's what you're going to get from Wells. We've seen him do that a few times already in just his 4th game here in a Mariner uniform, but he's someone that has got a cannon. He can gun down guys for sure.
The Bourne momentum is dwindling. Now 2 outs, LeGrande at second. The 0-1. That drips into the zone with the changeup. It's now no balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter. Wires digs in looking to protect. Could be another one of those Mariner defensive moments where you gain some momentum for your ball club, just getting off the field scoreless. 2-strike pitch. A little bit off the top part of the strike zone. 1-2. LeGrande at second. A hit will score him. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. A foul tip, but Trey Wells behind the plate held on. A fantastic inning from Tom Chmielewski. Avoids back-to-back hits to start the game, and the Mariners get out of the first scoreless. No score in Bourne. We'll be back for the second on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Welcome back to Bourne and the Mariners Radio Network. Time for the second inning at Doran Park. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Mariners stranded a runner in scoring position in Nico Brini in the top of the first. 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the second. D. Kennedy, the batter. First pitch swinging, a fly ball to dead center field. John LaGrande is underneath and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out to start inning number 2. Kennedy flies out to center.
Kennedy had that home run last time we were here, pulled it down the left field side. And that was a game that the Mariners pulled out. 2-run victory for them over the Braves. But expect Kennedy to get going in this one.
Here's Jake Coonan. Had a hit last night, walked 2 times. A lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging, bouncer down the third base line, fair ball. Coonan thinking about extra bases. He makes the turn, and a stand-up double. Coonan now thinking about 3. Immediately goes back to second base. Ready to hit Jake Coonan. A double with 1 out in the second. The Mariners are in business.
Love that aggression out of Coonan. Someone that was just ready to hit, immediately stepping up to the plate, making contact and solid contact. Obviously down the third base line, a tough play for Lewis to make. He couldn't get there. And a nice job from Coonan being ready to go in his first at-bat.
Here's Trey Wells, the catcher. Had a marvelous first inning defensively. Caught Riker Waite stealing at third. First pitch swinging, a swing and a miss. 0-1.
The newest nickname from Steve Engler just dropped today for Trey Wells. It is Gronk.
Gronk, I love it. We'll see if Gronk can drive in a run here in the second. The 0-1, low and away. He stays away this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. A lineup from Steve Engler that is stacked with right-handed hitters. Going against the lefty Folger Boaz. Just 2 lefties in Brini and Harris. Harris on deck. 1-1 the count. Runner at second with 1 down. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul down the left side. Trickles past the Bourne dugout, and Trey Wells now in a 2-strike count.
The reason why he's called Gronk, you can imagine. He's 6'5", 200-plus pounds, just solid muscle. Runs like Gronk, too, around the bases.
He's a backstop behind the plate as well. 2-strike pitch. Up and away. The count's even. Harwich had Brini at second base in the first. Good to see the Mariners now stacking innings early here, Gino, with runners on and runners striking. Something that during that losing skid, say a week and a half ago, 10 days ago, we rarely saw. 2-2 to the Mariner catcher. Coonan a good lead. The pitch. Liner into center, down for a hit. Coonan rounds third, headed to the plate. LaGrande, no throw at home, an RBI knock, and the Mariners are on the board. Trey Wells delivers the goods in the top of the second. It's 1-0. Harwich strikes first on the road. Trey Wells has been an unbelievable pickup for this team.
He really is, and that's strength. He just gets everything in his swing, and he drives that ball.
Here's the first baseman, Harris. First offering, a swinging strike 1. Harris swung and missed at a first pitch fastball. And the scouting report on the UVA transfer is fastball, fastball, fastball. He's had a tough time recently with the heater. A chance to right the ship. 1-0 Harwich, runner at first with 1 out. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball got him again. He's behind 0-2. Harris looking to protect. Boaz looks in. Working from the stretch, the 2-strike pitch. Down and away, 1-2.
Can hear the wind blowing here at Bourne Park. We're right in the midst of a forest, you could say. Just all the trees cleared out.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Harris goes down on strikes. That's the second out of the second. Wells stays put at first base. The Mariners up by 1. And the final man in the lineup tonight, Sam DiCarlo, digs into the right-handed batter's box.
Number 14, Sam DiCarlo.
Sam DiCarlo, 0 for 7 his last 2 games. But he's someone that really came out hot for the Mariners in his debut. Went 1 for 3 with an RBI double that ended up scoring the game winner.
So 1 ball and no strikes to Sam DiCarlo, a pitch clock violation on the pitcher, Boaz. First offering in the 1-0, up and away. Now 2 balls and no strikes. You typically see the pitch clock violations come on the pitcher who you would say that the clock's running down, but he has to address the batter. DiCarlo took a while to get in the batter's box, and somehow he got the call. 2-0, slashed down the third base line, but foul. DiCarlo just missed that one a little bit early on the pull side. The count goes to 2-1. Trey Wells at first, 1 already in, but 2 outs in the top of the second. The Mariners' success over the Bourne Braves so far this summer, 3-0 for record, but it comes because they've scored early. And then their pitching has shut down one of the best offensive teams in this league. Marsh on deck with the top of the order if we get there. The 2-1, up and away, 3 balls and 1 strike. Wells at first, not a speed threat. They call him Gronk, so you know what that means. Bigger guy. 3-1, the pitch. Fouled straight back, the count runs full.
I will say DiCarlo's defensive presence is going to be crucial as we head to the end of the summer. We saw him yesterday over at third, making a couple of acrobatic plays, diving to his left. Nice job at tracking those ground balls. He's going to be someone that can play pretty much anywhere in the infield.
Played third yesterday, had a fantastic game. Payoff pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Folger Boaz. Ends the top of the second, but the Mariners score first. It's 1-0 in Bourne. We'll be back for the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to
Harwich strikes first on the road. It's 1-0 at Bourne Park. The Bourne Braves due up in the bottom of the second. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. We welcome you in to the Mariners Radio Network. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the Braves lineup. They had back-to-back hits in the first, but some nice defense from Harwich. They caught a man stealing, and then the starter, Tom Chmielewski, worked through some traffic, and the Mariners lead 1-0. Gino, Chmielewski, just a 2.13 ERA on the summer. What have you seen from him? He has done a nice job.
Yeah, he just brings that presence with him. He's going to be a grad student at UNC this year, and you know, he's someone that brings that presence, that leadership with him. He's been through this before, so just bringing that experience with him here to the Cape and on the mound, it's helped him.
First man up in the second inning for Bourne is Cade Lewis. Lefty-lefty matchup, first pitch. Fastball that misses somewhere inside, 1-0. It'll be Lewis, Sefcik, and Mark Quattrani for now. Chmielewski's last start was against Wareham, the 1-0. It's the outside corner, 1-1. He went 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 3. Those are the only 4 earned runs he has given up this summer in 12 2/3. The 1-1 is a fastball down the middle, 1-2. Lewis didn't pull the trigger. He's now in a 2-strike count. Chmielewski working quick as always. He looks in, kicks and deals. The 1-2 struck him out. A swing and a miss and 1 out in the second. That's Chmielewski's second K of the game.
Now batting from Cincinnati, left fielder number 5, Cal Sefcik.
That'll bring up Cal Sefcik, the right-handed hitter out of Cincinnati. Sefcik started at Indiana University, then transferred to UC. Cincinnati Bearcats had a great year in the Big 12. First pitch, a ball low. Sefcik ahead.
The thing about Chmielewski is once he gets into a rhythm, into a roll, it's hard to hit against him.
1-0. Liner up the middle, look out. That's through for a base hit. But that one was right at the face of Tom Chmielewski on the mound. He was able to dodge it. And a 1-out base hit for Sefcik and the Braves.
Now batting from Notre Dame, catcher number 12,
Might have spoken a little bit too soon there, but Sefcik a nice job at driving that ball straight up the middle. Chmielewski going into a limbo as he went back to avoid that line drive right at him.
That's what it's going to take to get to Chmielewski, though, Gino. He's only walked 3 batters in the Cape this summer. Got to be aggressive and attack the left-hander. Sefcik, a nice job. He's at first base, 1 out. Mark Quattrani, the catcher. First pitch swinging, hard hit fly ball down the right field line. Coonan chasing and underneath, about 4 feet shy of the foul line in fair territory. 2 outs in the second.
Now batting from
Quattrani
Alabama,
tried to go the
first
other
baseman
way,
number
showing off
29,
a
Jason
little bit of
Torres.
power, but not enough. Mariners right fielder Jake Coonan got a good jump. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the second. First at bat for Jason Torres, the first baseman out of Alabama. Torres, the everyday starter in that position for the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. He's wearing the Alabama helmet tonight. 1 on, 2 out. Chmielewski looks in, now at first, and comes home. First pitch, popped him up, first base side, out of play.
How many foul balls do you think are collected each game by fans?
Okay, you think the pitchers combined, what's on average? 120, 130 pitches a game? It depends on the score.
Right.
I'd say 20 or so.
Yeah, that's a lot of foul balls.
Maybe a dozen. 0-1. A little bit high, 1-1.
But those fans, man, they treat them like there's only like 1 a game. You love it. You love to see it.
These are the Major League Baseball caliber balls after all. 1-1, runner at first with 2 outs. The pitch, up high. Jason Torres gets ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike to the Mariners starter Tom Chmielewski. Chmielewski, one of the oldest guys here on the Cape. He's entering his 6th year of college, transferred from Princeton to North Carolina, played last year at UNC, and he'll be back. 2-1. Same spot, too high with the fastball. He's behind 3 balls and 1 strike. A chance for Torres to buckle up and look for a pitch to hit in a 3-1 count. Runner at first is Sefcik after his single. The Mariners are up 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning on the road in Bourne. Every game just means so much at this point of the summer. Only 10 days to go. Feels like every team is a game out of first, but a game out of last right now. 3-1. Catches the inside lower corner. A nice fastball from Chmielewski, and that runs the count full.
I don't know about that one, Luke, but a nice job framing was Wells as he kind of brought that ball up at the last second.
The runner at first, Sefcik, will be in motion. 2 outs, a full count. The Mariners up by 1. Torres digs back in. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chmielewski has already struck out 3 through 2. The Mariners lead by 1. We'll be back for the third on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine.
It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it.
The only game here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. But you know what? We'll take it as a compliment if you're tuned in here on the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino here at Doran Park in Bourne. Top of the third and top of the order due up for the Mariners. Up 1-0 over the Braves. Tanner Marsh leading things off, followed by Nico Brini on deck. Aiden Robbins in the hole. Folger Boaz comes home. First pitch to Marsh inside, right at the waist of Marsh as he took a step back. 1 ball, no strikes to the shortstop for the Mariners. He gets set from the right side. Lefty on righty, 1-0. Popped up foul over the Mariners dugout along the first base side and out of play. Folger Boaz in his third inning of work has already given up 3 hits to Mariner bats, including a double from Coonan in the last frame and an RBI single from Wells. 1-1 outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. Beautiful day here in Bourne, 74 degrees. You can hear the wind picking up on our microphones. It's blowing in from the outfield. Here's the 2-1. And this is inside. Marsh might have gotten a piece of it with the knob of his bat.
Still no signal.
So they rule it a strike. So 2-2 the count to Marsh as that ball just hit off the knob. And as the pitch, a high bouncer to the left side of the mound. Boaz off of it. He throws to first, not in time. Tough play as that ball held in the air for quite some time, several feet above the head of Boaz. And Marsh charging down the line gets there safely. And so with no outs, top of the third, a base runner for the Mariners.
Feels like every game, Tanner Marsh just finds a new way to grit and claw his way on base as a leadoff hitter, and that's what Steve Engler's asking for. I would make the argument that right now he is the best leadoff hitter in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Marsh in that leadoff spot for good reason, a .411 on base percentage. That's second best on the team as they check on Marsh back at first.
But since
he's back diving with his right hand first.
Since they've made that switch, I mean, 3 hits last night. We always talk about it on the broadcast, no extra base hits really, but he just finds his way on.
Another throw back to first. Marsh back diving. A wave of dirt splashing onto the top of his baby blue jersey. Ball dealt back to the mound. But you're right, Tanner Marsh has been swinging a hot bat. He's been getting on. That's why he's in the number 1 spot. And Nico Brini up to bat right now, also swinging the hot lumber as he shows bunt, takes it away. Pitch misses outside. Brini singled in his last at-bat, was stranded on second after he stole his 7th bag this summer. Lefty on lefty. Brini dangles the bat between his legs, lifts it over his left shoulder. Boaz checks on Marsh at first, throws back to first. Marsh back in time with his right foot. Marsh with his first stolen bag of the summer yesterday was previously 0 for 2. So good to see he finally got that stolen bag he was looking for. Here's the 1-0 to Breeny. He shows bunt, takes it away, pitch misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to Breeny. Marsh on first, no outs, top of the third. 1-0 Mariners lead over the Braves. A sunny day here at Bourne Park. 74 degrees. Breeny gets set for the 2-0. Here it comes. High bouncer this time to the right side of the mound. Boaz is there. He flips to first in time for out number 1. Marsh advances to second, but what an aggressive play from Boaz off the mound. That time he was ready for it. A little bit of difficulty trying to field that Marsh chopper to the left side of the mound, but this time he got it, and he was trying to beat out Breeny in a foot race. Anybody's going to have a tough time doing that. He realized that and decided to flip to his first baseman, Torres, instead at the last second.
I was just going to say that. He thought that he had Breeny on the tag, and then he quickly realized, oh, shoot, I should get rid of this ball because I'm not winning this race.
Here's Aiden Robbins from the right side. First pitch. Watches it zip right down the middle for strike 1. Robbins 0 for 1 today, a ground out back in the first. He's got Marsh on second. Here's the 0-1. Fouled straight back. Robbins has easily been one of, if not the top offensive players for the Mariners, batting a .360 in his last 9 games, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's trying to add another to that RBI total here with Marsh on second, but trying to fight out of an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up, straight back. Out of play, so nothing for the fielders to get underneath. Still just 1 out in the top of the third. Mariners up 1-0 over the Braves here at Bourne Park. Marsh on second after a single to lead things off in this frame. He advanced to second after a ground out from Nico Breeny. Robbins gets set from the right side. Lefty on righty. Here's the 0-2. Bounced foul, third base side. Robbins really fighting here in this at-bat. Robbins also someone, we talk about Marsh getting on quite often. Well, he's right behind him with a .395 on base percentage, so that's why those two guys sit at the top of this order for the Mariners. Boaz looks back at Marsh at second. Here's the 0-2. Straight down the middle, strike 3. A fastball right over the heart of the plate. Robbins grits his teeth, shakes his head, and walks back to the Mariners' dugout. There's 2 away with still a runner in scoring position in Tanner Marsh over at second. Here's Maddox Maloney.
It's just a tough at-bat right there from Robbins. Felt like he never really was on a pitch. Even the ones he rolled over, he was barely catching a piece of foul. And then stares at a center-cut fastball for strike 3.
Maddox Maloney from the right side. First pitch. Straight down the middle, strike 1. Boaz has given up 4 hits today, but he's already up to 3 strikeouts.
He's one of those guys that just simply does get knocked around a little bit and has so far this summer in the Cape. We talked about a whip over 2.4.
The 0-1. Hits him. Maddox Maloney takes that fastball right off the left thigh. So he chucks his bat to the Mariners' dugout and gingerly trots out to first. 2 runners aboard in the top of the third. 2 outs with the Mariners up 1-0 over the Braves here at Bourne Park. That brings up D. Kennedy.
Kennedy had that RBI double in the game last night in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded against Hyannis. A chance to do some damage in the 3rd tonight, but in Bourne.
Also leads the team in RBIs as Boaz throws back to second. Marsh back with his right foot first. Cooney, the second baseman, covering the bag. Maloney on first, Marsh on second. D. Kennedy up to bat from the right side. Lefty on righty with 2 outs, top of the third. Boaz looks back at second. Now comes home. Inside, a breaking ball right at the shins. Kennedy thought about swinging, elected to hold back. And so a 1-0 count to the third baseman. 1-0. Breaking ball this time finds the zone for strike one. Kennedy, 14 RBIs this summer. That leads the team, as I was talking about. You talked about, Luke, his 2 RBI performance yesterday. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. But Kennedy can bring in runs. One of the reasons why he was one of 7 All-Stars from this Mariner team this summer here on Cape Cod. The 1-2. Check swing. Pitch was a little bit high. No appeal as Kennedy looked back to the home plate umpire, Joe LaBella. So 2-2 the count.
May have just got another chance on that one, Gino. Now you got to make them pay.
Runners on first and second for the Mariners. 2 outs, top of the third. Boaz trying to end the frame. Runners go. The 2-2. This one's lined into left. Down for a hit. Marsh rounds past third. He's into home. Maloney holds up at second. The Mariners tack on another run in the top of the third. They're up 2-0, courtesy of an RBI single from the RBI leader for this Mariners team, D. Kennedy.
Just what he does at this point, Gino. He thrives with runners on and especially runners in scoring position. D. Kennedy is having himself a summer in Cape Cod.
When he was taking BP at the All-Star game this past weekend, talked with some of the coaches around the Cape. They were just watching his swing, and they were so impressed. He's consistent. He's strong through his follow-through. As Jake Coonan gets set from the right side, first pitch. Breaking ball misses at the shins. 1 ball, no strikes. But that's that aggression that Kennedy always operates with.
Here's another guy in a lefty-righty matchup. He drives in a lot of runs.
They check on Maloney at second. He's back standing.
Gino, I don't know what it feels like to you, but when we get to these games early and really look around the ballparks and feel the energy, it feels like the Mariners have a lot more right now than the opposition, night in and night out. And I know we're in the dog days of summer, and it can get long, and it's every single day, but Harwich seems like they're coming to play night in and night out.
Here's the 1-0 to Coonan. Swing and a miss. You're right, the Mariners love to play villain on the road. This summer, an 8-5 record. When they're the visiting team, when they're home, 6-7. Here's the 1-0. Another low pitch this time. Coonan knew better. 2 balls, 1 strike to Coonan. 2 outs in the top of the third. Runners on first and second. Just moments ago, Kennedy brought home Tanner Marsh. Attacked on another run for the Mariners. Here's the 2-1, a swing and a miss from Coonan.
Coonan just is a fastball hitter. That's where his home runs have come from this summer. And sometimes he finds himself reaching and way out in front when he gets a nice breaking ball like that one right there.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A low breaking ball got Coonan fishing in the dirt, came up with nothing, leaves 2 stranded for the Mariners in the top of the third, but they did plate 1. They now lead 2-0 here at Bourne Park as we go into the home half of the third. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Home half of the third here at Doran Park in Bourne. Thanks so much for joining us on the Mariners Radio Network. Mariners up 2-0 with the offense really coming alive, already up to 5 hits. The Braves with just 3. Trying to add to that tally here is Ryan Cooney in the 9th spot from the right side. First pitch down the middle, a fastball for strike 1. 9-1-2 due up in this Braves order. Cooney in his first plate appearance here today. The 0-1. Popped up on a jam shot to the right side of the infield. Sam DiCarlo, the second baseman, takes a few steps to his left and makes the head-high grab for out number 1.
When you look at a lineup like Bourne, who drives in a lot of runs, they hit well for average, it's a lot easier said than done to just tell your starter, go out there and pound the zone, because these are bats that have proven they can hit hard. But now with the 2-0 lead, the job and ask is pretty straightforward out of Chmielewski. Attack the strike zone. If you give up a solo shot, so be it. We're already up 2-0.
Chmielewski comes home against the righty Riker Waite. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Talked about pounding the zone. Chmielewski has done that. 3 strikeouts so far today. The 0-1. Called strike 2 right on the inner lower corner.
Just 30 pitches tonight. He's thrown just 9 pitches out of the zone, Gino.
I was just going to say, so Bourne's making a lot of contact early as the 0-2 whistles high and away. That's what it seems like these bottom parts of the innings have been flying by, just because there's been a lot of contact early in an at-bat.
Also, the stolen base quickly just grabbed 2 outs on 2 pitches.
1-2. Just misses a little bit low.
I love how fast he works. It's fun to watch. It almost shows you how simple the game can at least feel or look from a viewer's perspective when you have a pitcher just cruising, just downhill, downhill, downhill.
2-2. Popped up on the high heat into shallow center. Nico Brini navigating through the sun. A nice job there as he runs over to his left and makes the head-high grab. Out number 2.
Now batting from St. John's, center fielder number 1, John LeGrande.
Feels like every time we see John LeGrande, he just has a hit. Or 5.
7-game hit streak for LeGrande. Only 5 games this summer that he has not gotten a hit. 30 knocks in 27 games. He's got also the most RBIs with 16. First pitch from the left side. It hits him right off the right elbow. Good thing he's got that guard that's covering it, but still, that's got to sting a little bit. As LeGrande runs about halfway up to first and now retreats back towards the Braves dugout to take off some of his equipment. He's gritting his teeth, shaking out his right arm. Scott Landers, the manager, comes out from the dugout, puts his left hand right on the shoulder of LeGrande, now taps him on the helmet.
You can tell that Landers and him and LeGrande have a really good relationship. I would like John LeGrande too if I was his manager.
LeGrande has now reached twice today. Just such an offensive catalyst for this Braves team. A single and a hit by pitch today. Also keep an ear out for when he takes off for second. Not if, but when. He's already got a stolen base today. Here's Braden Holcomb from the right side. Lefty on righty. Chmielewski must have heard me talking about LeGrande. He checks on him at first. Tries to keep him at bay. LeGrande with 17 stolen bags this summer. He's right up there for the most on the Cape. He's got speed. First pitch to Holcomb. Breaking ball hits the top of the zone. Holcomb, a little bit of a questionable look on his face as he looked back at Joe LaBella. But now nods his head and digs back in. Here's the 0-1. That time a little bit too high. Off the fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can tell that LaBella's not messing around behind the plate. Holcomb steps out after every pitch, and right there he just told him, get back in the box.
trying to keep the flow of this game. Chmielewski set. Looks back at first, kicks and fires the 1-1. Chmielewski attacking that top of the zone. Another strike. 1-2 the count. Holcomb 0 for 1 today, a fly out to the second baseman, DiCarlo. Quickly down 1-2 in this at-bat. Chmielewski trying to end the frame. But before, throws back to first, just for good measure. Making sure LeGrande stays there. Mariners up 2-0 over the Braves in the bottom of the third. Here from Doran Park. 2 outs, a 1-2 count to Braden Holcomb from the right side. The right fielder gets set. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. A nice job by Marsh to track it right behind the bag and flip to his second baseman, DiCarlo. And that is the third out of the inning. Mariners continue to protect a 2-0 lead, but slowly but surely they're tacking on more runs. A run in each of the last 2 frames for the Mariners. We'll see if they can keep up that luck as we head to the 4th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast.
Mariners up to a 2-0 lead early in this ball game. We welcome you back here to Doran Park, a beautiful summer evening, the only game here on the Cape Cod Baseball League. So thanks for joining us. Due up for the Mariners is 7, 8, 9 in the order. Trey Wells leading things off the catcher. Folger Boaz in his 4th inning of work, the left-hander, comes home against the righty. Fastball clips the lower edge for strike 1. Boaz today has given up 5 hits, but 4 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. This is a little bit low that time. Boaz trying to attack that lower part of the zone against the 6'5" Trey Wells. 1-1. This one just a jam shot, ground ball to the third base. Lewis there, he throws across the diamond in time for out 1.
Fastball ate up Trey Wells. Broke his bat.
You can hear it splinter as Wells fighting through it. Here's Sam Harris in the 8th spot. Gets set from the left side. 1 out, top of the 4th. Mariners up 2-0. No runners. First pitch. It's the upper edge for strike 1. Harris with just 1 hit in his last 7 games. Does a nice job at drawing walks, though. Here's the 0-1. Skips in the dirt. Ball ricocheted just in front of home plate. Bounced up into Quattroni's face mask. Some dirt bounced up into his eyes. He had to shake his head real quick, and now he's back set. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Harris in his last 15 days, so in that last 7 games I was talking about, 4 walks, but 10 strikeouts. The 1-2. Low.
He has a really good eye, and he actually swings at the right pitches, Gino, but right now, he's just not making enough contact. Rarely see him fight pitches off or draw out long at-bats.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Low fastball that time from Boaz. Harris couldn't come up with anything. Second time he's been retired today off the punch-out. There's 2 away, and here's Sam DiCarlo, the second baseman, batting in the 9th spot.
That's a really good pitch right there. I think a lot of guys strike out on that pitch. It starts right at the bottom of the zone, enticing in a lefty-lefty matchup as well, and then Harris just swings right over it as the pitch dishes the zone and just dives straight in the dirt.
First pitch to the righty, DiCarlo, inside, right at the thigh. DiCarlo also struck out in his last plate appearance. Go ahead, Luke.
Thing with Bourne is their offense is so good. You got to keep up if you have a lead in the early frames.
You're right. The 1-0. Driven into right. Braden Holcomb sprinting over to his right, and he makes the grab for out number 3. The pace of play in this one has been speeding through. We're already through the top of the 4th as we head into the bottom, but before that, we'll take a break right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Already through 3.5 here at Doran Park. The pace of play in this one has been pretty speedy. First pitch was at 6 o'clock, currently 7:03 and a beautiful summer evening here in Bourne, 72 degrees and sunny. A gust of wind that comes periodically, blowing in from right field to left. 4-5-6-2 up for the Braves. It's Drew Wires, the designated hitter. Leading things off with Cade Lewis on deck, the third baseman. Cal Sefcik, the left fielder, in the hole. Tom Chmielewski, in his 4th inning of work, has looked quite solid today. He's given up just 3 hits, no runs, and up to 3 strikeouts today. Lefty on righty. Chmielewski readies the glove at the face. He kicks and fires. First pitch. Just a little bit outside. Part of the reason for this pace of play being so fast is Chmielewski not wasting any time on the rubber. Here's the 1-0. This time hits the upper part of the zone, strike 1.
Not easy to do, but your defense really appreciates it when you can. You work quick, you get back in the batter's box. It's efficient baseball.
Just ready to go. Here's the 1-1. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Wires, who's gone down off the strikeout already today. That was the first punch out for Chmielewski, the UNC product in today's game. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on the inside.
That's what Chewy does so well. When he's behind an account, he just battles back. Next thing you know, you blink, you're in a 2-strike count.
Chmielewski trying to record another strikeout, the 2-2. Just a little bit low.
It's a great pitch.
Trey Wells right behind the dish, letting out a groan. He started patting his chest as he dealt the ball back to the mound, saying he probably could have done a little bit better job framing. Here's payoff pitch. Fouled straight back. 3-2 the count to Wires. Bottom of the fourth. Mariners up 2-0. No outs. Leadoff hitter Wires digs back in. Chmielewski stares down at his glove. Now toes the rubber. Payoff pitch. This is inside and low. Ball 4.
That was right there.
That's the thing about Chmielewski is he's not missing the zone by much if he is. Just the first walk of the day for him. Gave up a free bag to LeGrande in the last inning after a ball plunked him on the elbow. But other than that, the control from Chmielewski has been pretty solid. Tries to settle back in here against the 5 spot, Cade Lewis. First pitch. Drilled into shallow left. Aiden Robbins running in so hard that his hat comes off his head, but it's not going to matter. He makes the head-high grab for round number 1.
Nice play from Robbins to get a jump on that ball, but also to call off Tanner Marsh, who was streaking into the outfield from his shortstop position. Those two could have collided, and we see that a lot, even in the pro game. But that's what the Mariners are right now, and it's on the same page. Their team chemistry, especially defensively, has been top-notch this summer.
You talked about either it's a collision or both guys will hold up and just watch the ball drop right in front of them. Here's Cal Sefcik from the right side. Chmielewski throws back to first to check on Wires. He's back standing. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Mariners up 2-0 with a base runner Wires on first. Cal Sefcik has singled in today's game. From the right side, Chmielewski deals home. First pitch outside, the throw down to first from Wells. Not in time, Wires back. Trey Wells, he's confident in his arm, and rightfully so. We saw him gun down someone today. That was Riker White back in the first. He's done that a few times this summer. Here's the 1-0. This is inside at the knees.
Chewy's just missing by such limited margins the last couple guys. Wires, he walked him in a full count, missed on 2 two-strike pitches. He still has his good stuff. Don't be fooled.
Here's the 2-0. This one down the middle for strike 1.
It's refreshing to see Cal Sefcik nod his head after he takes a strike. Seen so many guys this summer just always dropping to their knees, looking back, pouting.
Throw back to first. Not in time.
If you were a baseball player, Gino, would you be one to always chit-chat with you? I mean, some guys are like, is that the top of the zone? Is that as far as it's going to go? Or would you have other choice words for the home plate umpire?
Well, I would make a scene, I feel like. That would be
hockey players.
The way I would do it. Here's the 2-1. Wires takes off for second. This ball is poked up down the right field line in foul territory. Coonan watches it drop over the fence along that right field side. Foul ball. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be talented enough to let my play do the talking, so I got to get noticed by raising a fuss.
Do you think that's what the scouts are looking for? The
no,
best
but
actor?
I would get a lot of clicks on YouTube, I would imagine. Here's the 2-2 to Sefcik. Bounced at the plate, foul. Just rolls over the third base side. What about you? You think you would raise a fuss, or do you think you'd be pretty composed?
I think it's easier said than done because you want to encourage guys to compete. And we talked about all the scouts being here tonight with the only game in the Cape. So to get a little more serious with the answer, you don't want to be that guy who's always jawing with the home plate umpire and throwing a fit in a summer league game. If the pitch is borderline, these guys are here to see you swing and see you drive a ball, see you take a pitch out of the zone and push it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hope not. But I think the competitor in me, if I get rung up on strikes, so I'm looking straight back at that guy and just grilling him.
I was going to say, don't give me the political answer now, Luke. That's why none of these players ask me for baseball advice. Throw back to first. Not in time.
Maybe they should.
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe I'll...
You walk through the dugout and you're like holding court in there pregame.
That's the joy about our jobs, right?
You're right.
You get to tell their stories, and there's a mutual respect there between us and the players. Here's the 2-2 to Sefcik. Fouled straight back.
It's funny, as this summer progresses, our relationship naturally gets better with some of these guys. But I think it took them a little while to realize, like, these guys show up every day, too, no matter where we are.
Yeah.
And once that happened by, say, game 2025, it's almost like, yes, we work for the Mariners. Yes, we're broadcasters, but a part of the team in a way.
You're right. Here's the 2-2. Hard ground ball to short. Marsh is there to flash the leather. He throws to second. The throw down to first. Double play for the Mariners. Marsh showing the flash with that back pick. Underhands to his second baseman, DeCarlo, who was covering the bag. And then a rifle to first. And just like that, how many times have we seen that from the Mariners, ending an inning on a double play? This infield is so dangerous in that regard. Mariners doing a nice job holding on to this 2-0 lead. We head to the top of the fifth. We'll be back here at Bourne Park. Stick around on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
We are cruising in Bourne. Welcome into the Mariners Radio Network. We've played 4. Time for the top of the 5th. The Mariners have a 2-0 lead over the host, Bourne Braves, alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino Harwich tonight, 5 hits against the starter Folger Boaz, and he's back out there for his 5th inning of action. He's done a nice job with runners on, but most recently, another RBI hit from D. Kennedy. He scored the last runner in the 3rd. 2-0 the score. Top of the order due up, Tanner Marsh for the 3rd time tonight. A lefty-righty matchup. Boaz looks in and comes home. First pitch up and away, 1-0.
How about Marsh leading things off for the 3rd time today? It's pretty funny how that's worked out.
You're right. He was the leadoff man, obviously, to start the game, but then in the 3rd, and now in the 5th. The 1-0, a little bit inside. The catcher Quattrani dropped it. That does not help your chances of a strike. So 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff man playing short, Tanner Marsh. He was the trigger man of the inning-ending double play in the bottom of the 4th. That was a hard-hit ball right at him. 1 hop dish to second, and the Mariners just do their thing defensively. 2-0. Outside, Marsh quickly ahead, 3-0. This Bourne team is playing good baseball. Just 1 loss in their last 6 games, 3-0. Downstairs, a 4-pitch walk to Marsh to start the 5th. He's on for the 2nd time tonight.
That's why he's one of the top leaders in on-base percentage, not just here with the Mariners, but on the Cape.
That's just the first issued walk of the game from the starter Folger Boaz. When you look at the scouting report on this guy, in 11 innings of Cape Cod pitching, he's walked 10 batters. So you have to look for positives, and yes, he's off to a nice start. 2 runs, 5 hits, not going to kill anybody. But for the sake of locating the zone against a team who takes a lot of pitches in Harwich, he's done a nice job in that department. 1 on, nobody out for Brini. First pitch, a strike right at the top of the zone, 0-1. Nico so far tonight, 1 for 2. He has been swinging a hot bat recently, and we've seen the progression firsthand of Nico Brini. Was one of the better Mariners to start this summer, then went for a long slump, and he's right back on the throttle. Lefty-lefty matchup. Throw over to first is low. They check on March, but the first baseman Torres picks it out of the dirt and tosses it back to the starter Boaz. Count still 0-1 to Nico. Mariners up 2-0 in the top of the 5th. Sun starting to set here in Bourne. 0-1. Liner into left center field, charging is Sefcik from left. He makes the play. Just in time, able to stick the glove out and cut off the center fielder, John Legrande. 1 out in the 5th.
Now batting from Seton Hall, left fielder number 24, Aiden Robbins.
That'll bring up Aiden Robbins for the 3rd time tonight. Robbins hitless at Doran Park. Now digging in the 3rd time through the order for Harwich against the starter. You look at the way the numbers stack out, typically favors the team in the batter's box when you're looking at 2nd, 3rd, 4th time around. I wouldn't be surprised if Chmielewski makes it 4 times around tonight the way he's going. Scoreless baseball, just 3 hits to the Bourne Braves. He's been cruising so far. 1 out, 1 on. Robbins the batter. First pitch. A hanger away. 1-0.
What a beautiful day.
Right off the bridge here in Bourne. This is our furthest drive outside of Wareham, which is actually across the bridge. Would you consider that on the Cape, Gino? The 1-0. Crushed left side of the infield. One hopped by the shortstop. Wait to second for one to first. Not in time. A hard hit one hop liner, and Riker Waite picked it right out of the dirt on the backhand side. A nice play from the Vanderbilt shortstop. So Robbins reaches first on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the 5th.
That was a very similar fielding play that Marsh had in the last frame. Just kind of that back pick. Nice job scooping it out of the dirt and making a play over at second, but the Mariners turn 2. But to answer your question, Wareham is not on the Cape. It's objectively true. I mean, you look at a map.
First pitch to Maloney. Down and in, 1-0. You said that with some You were like, no.
I feel like, I don't know who's starting that, but like some people are like, yeah, Wareham's on the Cape, or it's considered the Cape. It's not. It's not on the Cape.
Whatever they're doing across the bridge is working right now.
Yeah,
the top team in the West Division playing fantastic baseball. Throw over to first. Gets away from the first baseman, Torres. Robbins doesn't go anywhere. Torres scurries up the right field line, grabs the ball, and flips it back to the pitcher, Boaz. 1-0 the count to Maddox Maloney. 1 on and 2 out in the 5th.
I could tell you why Wareham's playing really well. It's because of Ryan Smythe.
You're right.
We talked to him, the manager for the Gatemen, and, I mean, he is locked in. He's ready to go.
We walked away from that conversation and said, I would play for that guy. 1-0 to Maddox. Check swing. Did he go around? No. First base umpire Mike Rabideau gives the signal that Harwich was looking for. 2 balls and no strikes to the cleanup man in the 5th.
Luke, I would fill up water bottles for Smythe.
I wouldn't do that. So
also for Steve Engler.
I wouldn't do that either. I'd call his game, though, and tell you he's a heck of a skipper. Another throw over to first. The left-hander Boaz is having trouble aiming these throws to the first baseman Torres. That one hopped about 4 feet in front of the bag.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Our producer Dave Roberts just got something from the concession stand. He just plumped it in front of us here on the table. I don't want to know what that is.
2-0 to Maloney. Ground ball, high chopper up the middle. Charging is the second baseman Cooney. Sidearm throw to first in time. Back-to-back wonderful plays from the Braves defense. That ends the 5th. The Mariners strand 1, but still hold a 2-0 lead. We'll be back for the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins.
Welcome back into Bourne. The Mariners have a 2-0 lead. We've played 4.5. The Braves do up in the home half of the fifth. It's 7, 8, and 9. Starter for Harwich, Tom Chmielewski, stays on the rubber. He's cruising so far. 4 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball has been in large part the reason for the Harwich lead. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman, and another food review on the Mariners Radio Network. Tonight, we have what is a cheeseburger because it's in foil, and it never looks good when you get a cheeseburger when it's in foil and it has cheeseburger all over it. It's just a bunch of cheeseburgers lining the foil.
In case you didn't know, you know, if it just said cheeseburger once, you know, you might miss that.
I mean, we're over under 22 cheeseburger labels on here. But it's not really your standard cheeseburger. You're looking in right now.
My Lord.
Help us describe as Quattrani digs in for a lefty-righty matchup. First pitch, a changeup down the middle.
I don't want to describe this, Luke.
Okay, well, I'll do my best effort. It is a very dry-looking patty with a slice of white American cheese, and it's sandwiched in between 2 Uncrustables. That's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, 2 of them. So it's like the donut burger, but Uncrustables. The 0-1 misses low and away. The count's even. Chmielewski, the 1-1. Same spot, just a little bit outside. He's behind 2 balls and 1 strike to Quattrani.
You know, I should have known what as soon as I saw Dave, our producer, rounding the corner with that smile on his face, I should have known.
2-1. Little bit outside with the fastball.
Do they have a name for this? Is it okay, they call it the Braves.
Well, this is only for the Braves.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right.
3-1. Chmielewski trying to find the zone to the leadoff man in the 5th. Swing and a drive, right center field. Coonan charging back at the wall. 1 hops. Coonan gloves it on the bare hand. And a stand-up double to start the 5th from Mark Quattrani. Some serious power going the other direction.
That ball got some carry on it as it just kept gliding. Coonan was on his horse. A nice job from him to haul it in. I mean, that's some quick reflexes. As the ball hopped, he was right there with his bare hand, as you talked about, Luke, and was behind it.
There are a lot of balls that one hop over the wall here, and it's tricky to tell if it's a home run or ground rule double. Coonan's defensive ability made it easy on that one. I said he gloved it. He just snagged it with the bare hand.
Yeah.
So a leadoff double and a man in scoring position for Jason Torres. First pitch fastball inside, 1-0. The Braves trying to claw back. They're down 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the order, off to a nice start. Quattrani at second, Torres the batter. And as Trey Wells goes to have a word with his starter, it's time to dive into the Brave.
Oh, man. Wait, should we split it in half and taste at the same time?
Or
should we review it at the same time? Okay. Yeah, you take a bite first. I'll talk your expressions. Okay, that's a big bite. That's a huge bite. I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, Luke Brenneman just ate about half this thing in 1 bite. I knew you were hungry, but I didn't know you were this hungry. All right, we're back to the action as Luke's finishing up his bite. Torres from the right side. The 1-0. This is outside. Luke's still.
I didn't get much peanut butter or jelly.
God.
So you're going to have to attack where I ate.
Oh.
2-0 the count to the 8-spot hitter Torres. Runner in scoring position. The Braves trail by 2 in the 5th. Nobody out. Chmielewski trying to locate the zone. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Now Gino's diving in. Whoa. If I took a big bite, that was a mammoth bite. I thought it was pretty good. 2-1. Chmielewski set, looks back to second, now comes home. A nice slider, but misses right at the shins. A marvelous take from Jason Torres. He's ahead 3-1.
Who's coming up with this stuff?
I mean, a peanut butter and jelly, 2 of them sandwiching a cheeseburger.
I don't.
3-1. Swing and a drive into right center field, down. That'll easily score a run. Thinking about 2 is Torres. Throw comes into second. Torres throws on the brakes at first An RBI knock in the fifth, and here come the Bourne Braves. It's 2-1.
Now batting from Oregon, second baseman number 11, Ryan Cooney.
Nice job by this bottom part of the order for the Braves. I mean, this is the first couple of hits from 7, 8, 9 today, Luke.
Well, we know the Braves can hit. We talked about it this entire game. Now for Chmielewski, Steve Engler just barked out from the dugout. Get ahead and stay ahead. Last couple innings, he's had some trouble because he's been behind. First pitch to Cooney. Popped him up, dead center field. Brini makes the catch, and there's the first out of the fifth.
Much needed out that time.
Now batting from Vanderbilt.
But now this is going to tell you
3, Riker
what you
Wade.
need to know about Tom Chmielewski's start at Doran Park. The top of the order up, 1 out, 1 on. The Mariners sporting a 2-1 lead in the fifth. But this top of the order, Riker Waite the batter now, John LeGrande on deck. These guys are all Cape Cod caliber players. A lefty-righty matchup with Waite. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Runner at first is Torres. First offering. Waite shows bunt, and the pitch hit him in the wrist. He tried to step across the plate as he bunted the ball, missed with his bat, and he caught the pitch off the forearm. That's a strike the whole way.
Joe LaBella given an explanation.
He was asking, that was Scott Landers, the Braves field manager, asking Joe LaBella, can they check to one of the other umpires. LaBella's he's not doing any of the nonsense tonight.
No.
He's looking at these guys and he's saying there is no need to check that. He said your player tried to lay down a bunt, the pitch hit him, and he never pulled it away. There should be no stoppage here, and Riker Waite looks to be a little bit beat up on his right forearm. That's where the pitch hit him.
You can tell there's been a little bit of jawing back and forth between the Braves coaching staff, primarily Landers and LaBella. We'll turn that microphone down just in case.
LaBella barking it right back at Scott Landers, but Landers is saying if he's trying to lay down a bunt, it's not a swing. And Gino, if you don't pull the bunt away, it is an attempt to hit the baseball.
Right.
Therefore, even if it hit Riker Waite, he is around, he has crossed the plane, and it is a strike. Just seems like one of those explanations where Landers is out there to defend his guy and the rest of his team, but not too much give on that one, I would say.
Right.
All right, everybody's set and reloaded. Runner at first, 1 out, and an 0-1 count to Waite. The pitch up and away, 1-1.
All right, give your rating on the. Are you going to take another? Okay, Luke's going to go back in for another bite. No, I don't want another bite. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You pass that along. Throw back to first. Not in time. I'm going to say that is a 3-8.
Whoa. 6-5.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
1-1 count to Waite. Lefty-righty matchup. Chmielewski looks at first, comes home. Ground ball right side. This could be 2. To second for 1. To first, they double up the Braves and end the fifth the same way that the Mariners end the fourth. Bourne able to cut the lead in half on an RBI hit from Jason Torres. But Chmielewski and the Mariners defense on top so far through 5. We head to 6 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine.
It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on Cat's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat. Great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features,
Great machine.
It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last.
Welcome back to Bourne. The Mariners narrowly on top of the Bourne Braves right now. It's just 2-1, but we're cruising through 5 innings. First pitch of this game was at 6:03. We're just over 7:30. Over in Bourne, right next to the bridge here, the start of the Cape. The Mariners have fared well against the Braves so far this summer, Gino.
Yeah, 3-0 against the Braves, and it's because they're scoring when they can and they're locking down on defense, and that's what you have to do against a team like the Braves that can swing a hot bat and catch hot at any second.
So the Mariners run off the starting pitcher, Folger Boaz. He had a nice start, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 1 and struck out 5. The reliever, Colton Hartman, comes into the ballgame. Hartman, a left-hander. Some serious size, even better length on him. He'll be dealing with 5, 6, and 7 in the Harwich lineup. Here's D. Kennedy. First offering, skied. Third base side, foul territory. Third baseman Lewis tracking, and he makes the catch right in front of the Bourne dugout. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The thing that's most impressive about Boaz today was he gave up 5 hits in the first 3 innings, but then no hits in the last 2. So really nice job of him just kind of settling in and getting better almost as he was extending his time on the mound.
Here's Coonan. 1 for 2 so far tonight. Doubled and scored in the second. Home plate umpire Joe LaBella calls time. He actually came over here in the previous half inning, Gino. Saw you texting on your phone. Not doing your job, mind I say.
What's my job?
Scouring the field, seeing what's going on, coming back prepared.
You're right. It's a good point.
He pointed out all of the lucky ladies you may be messaging on your phone, and you were polite enough to remind him that you only text your mother.
That's actually absolutely right. She was texting me about the food review we just did.
Coonan takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
My mother is an avid listener of the Mariners radio network. She loves our food reviews, Luke.
0-1 to Coonan. Check swing at a high fastball. He went around. So now he's behind. No balls and 2 strikes. My grandma's an avid listener. I want to say hello to my grandma Martha. She didn't text me, but I know she's listening.
There you go. At least we know we got 2 listeners.
We have
today.
a dynamic duo. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
There you go.
The Midwest listening to the Cape League. 0-2 to Coonan. Little bit outside with the fastball. That was borderline. 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. The Mariners up 2-1 in the 6th.
That was funny, though. First interaction I ever had with Joe LaBella.
And he was under some fire in the last half inning.
Yeah, he, Scott Landers has been giving him an earful today.
2-strike pitch. Same spot. Outside with the fastball, 2-2. So Coonan trying to make this an at-bat with 1 down in the 6th. Third time through the Mariners lineup. First time against the first reliever of the game for Bourne, Colton Hartman. He's working quick, 2-2. Coonan thought about it, stepped towards the pitcher, but stayed away a pitch in the dirt. The count runs full, 3-2. Trey Wells on deck. He's 1 for 2 tonight, had an RBI single in the second. It's good to see Jake Coonan reach base 3 times last night in the win over Hyannis, trying to reach for the second time tonight. A payoff pitch to Jake. Up and away, ball 4, Coonan walks. It's just the second time a Mariner has walked tonight. Got to give credit to the starter, Boaz. He went 5 innings, just 1 walk against a team who really does a nice job drawing out at-bats and getting on base.
And this is the part of the order for the Mariners that, I'm not going to say that's what they rely on, but that's what they're really looking for, those pitches that are outside. Coonan does a really nice job at that, and Harris as well, drawing those walks.
Here's Wells against the left-hander Hartman. Wells, a right-handed hitter, first pitch. Up and away with the fastball. That has been a common spot now in this 6th inning for Colton Hartman. Hartman from Lebanon, Ohio. That's right outside of Cincinnati. Goes to Louisville. 1-0. Right down the middle, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. He's a part of that Cardinal team that made a nice run in the College World Series. Just a youngster. Rising junior. Stands at 6'3" on the rubber. 1 on, 1 out. Looks at the runner at first. The lefty takes a deep breath and comes home. The 1-1 to Wells. Up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. I don't know if I've seen a team signal to their dugout and the on-deck hitter more pitch by pitch than Harwich this summer. They're giving a scouting report to the guys up next. Throw over to first. Coonan dives in. Back safely. Count still 2-1. 1 out. 1 on. Mariners up by 1 in the 6th.
I have to say, when we walk into the Mariners dugout for the lineups, I mean, there are sheets on sheets of paper breaking down the pitches for the pitchers they're going up against.
They do a lot of scouting. That's Will Mozeliak.
Doing a nice job.
Baseball liaison here.
He is locked in all the time, Luke. Every time I talk to him, he's like, I'm ready to go.
Villanova kid, 2-1. Up and away. Wells takes ball 3. So now a 3-1 count to the Mariner catcher, Sam Harris on deck. The catcher for Bourne, Mark Quattrani, will go out to the mound and try and calm down Colton Hartman. He can't find the zone right now. He walked Jake Coonan with 1 out. He stands at first, and now in a 3-1 count to Trey Wells. But back to Will. So the way that works for our audience listening that may not know, as we are broadcasting interns for Harwich, it seems like every staff is an unpaid intern. So that's how this league runs. And it's really cool that the baseball liaisons are scouting interns. So he's printing out spray charts, looking at velocities, looking at ride, run, all kinds of advanced analytics on these guys, and then he comes ready and prepared and presents it to the Mariners players. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. The count goes full. A fastball away. Had Wells reaching out of the zone. And now 3-2 to the Harwich catcher. Just 1 out. Wouldn't be surprised if Jake Coonan decides to run on this pitch, though. Staring at the lefty right now, Hartman. He looks at Coonan, now throws over to first. Jake back standing. Such a calm evening here in Doran Park. The only game on Cape Cod tonight. The crowd has shown out. I like this ballpark a lot. Coonan runs, payoff pitch, popped up foul. Jake's got to run all the way past the second base bag. Now do a long loop and goes back to first. Wells stays alive for another payoff.
So I want to hear, going back to the Brave that we tried, the 2 Uncrustables, like 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with a cheeseburger in between.
Sure.
Where does that rank for you in terms of all the other stuff we've tried here on the Cape?
Throw over to first, Coonan back. Well, the walking taco was top 3. The cloza was top 3. Donut burger is a little bit better than this one. So I think that this one's last.
Okay.
Donut burger's hitting cleanup. Before the 3-2. The 4th throw over to first to check on Coonan in this at-bat. What was first? What am I forgetting that we really enjoy?
The closer. The closer. Oh, the cookies too, yeah.
Oh, the cookies,
the
in
cookies
Harwich
at Harwich.
are killer. Runner goes, payoff pitch, ball 4. Coonan dives in viciously at second. He didn't have to. He was there the whole way on a long at bat. Wells takes a 7-pitch walk. And first and second with 1 out in the 6th for Harwich. Here is Sam Harris.
It's getting a little bit chilly out, Luke.
Very windy here.
A day that was pretty hot.
Today was gorgeous,
yeah.
Especially up the Cape in Harwich. 78 degrees, nothing but sunshine. Not a cloud in the sky here all day, even tonight. The lights are on. First and second, 1 out. Mariners up by 1. Sam Harris the batter. Hartman steps off the rubber. You can tell he's a little bit unorganized right now. Maybe not comfortable with guys on base, but he's got to deal with Harris. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts. First offering. Inside with the fastball, 1-0. Harris, the massive first baseman. He's been playing almost every single day the past week. Trying to get out of this slump he's in right now. Just above 150 for average on the summer. The 1-0. Same spot inside. The left-hander Harris had to jump out of the way. Now in a 2-0 count. Got to figure after back-to-back walks here, Gino, you make Hartman throw you a strike.
Of course. Harris knows that too.
Coonan at second, Wells at first. Throw goes to second base. Mariners begging for a balk out of their dugout. Both Coonan and Wells pointing at the third base umpire, Jeff Merzel, at the same time. He says nope. He points at him to get back on the base and save it. 2-0 to Sam Harris. Coonan dancing around at second base. Hartman comes home. High and tight, 3-0. On deck is Sam DiCarlo. Starting to look like he may have a bases loaded 1 out situation here. Mariners up 2-1, a chance to break this bad boy open. 3-0 pitch. Down the middle with a fastball. Hartman's on the board. It's 3-1. This crowd here in Bourne is getting a little bit anxious. They're trying to cheer about something. 3-1. Inside, ball 4, a 5-pitch walk. That's the 3rd consecutive walk for a Mariner. And Colton Hartman has walked the bases loaded. Sam DiCarlo, a big-time opportunity coming in the top of the 6th.
And if I'm DiCarlo, I'm going up, not with the mindset of, oh, I need to bring these runs home, but I'm just thinking I'm waiting for a strike. But if there's anything that's borderline, I'm holding back.
Scott Landers up and out of the Bourne dugout. We'll see if this is just a chit-chat with Colton Hartman or if a new pitcher will be coming into the game. Hartman came in to start this inning, quickly retired D. Kennedy on 1 pitch. Since then, a walk, and another walk. There are Mariners at every base, just 1 out. And the 9th hitter, Sam DiCarlo, is up. DiCarlo so far tonight is 0 for 2. Flew out to right and struck out swinging. Scott Landers is off the mound, and Colton Hartman will stay in the game for now. Top of the order looming on deck. Sam DiCarlo, 1 RBI so far this summer. This is just his 4th start. No better way to introduce yourself and continue to impress as a Mariner than in the middle innings here. Top of the 6th, bases juiced. The Mariners up 2-1 in Bourne. Hartman set from the stretch. First pitch. Down the middle. There's a strike, a sigh of relief from the Bourne crowd. He's ahead 0-1. Steve Englert shouting out some encouraging words to Sam DiCarlo. A lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. In the dirt, a fantastic block from Quattrani behind the plate. The count's even at 1-1.
Just continue to be patient. And I'm talking about DiCarlo. Because with Hartman struggling to find the zone, no sense in swinging at something that you're not 100% certain you can get everything behind it.
Coonan at third, Wells at second, Harris at first. DiCarlo the batter. The 1-1. Swing and a liner into left, down for a hit. One will score. The stop sign's on at third base. And Sam DiCarlo rips one on the pole side. The Mariners extend their lead. It's 3-1 in the sixth.
Right on cue. DiCarlo, a nice job just being patient, waiting for that pitch to come in, the one that he liked, and just getting all of it.
Number 22, Tanner Marsh.
You always respect the guys that are ready to hit. Yes, you need to be patient. Hartman's had walked the first three guys before him, but found the zone on the first pitch. Then he evened the count with a nice take at 1-1, and he knew he was getting nothing but a fastball because that's all Hartman could locate, and he was all over it. Lined it right over the shortstop Waite's head. The lineup turns over. Bases stay loaded with one out. Here's Marsh. First pitch, a curveball up high, 1-0. Marsh so far tonight, 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the third. Also walked most recently in the fifth. If the Mariners can string together a couple big hits, they could run away with this one. 1-0. Fastball lands, 1-1.
You talked to Marsh yesterday after a nice performance from him against Hyannis. A couple of good points he brought up.
1-1. Swing and a miss. A nice changeup had Marsh reaching into the left-handed batter's box as a righty, and he's behind 1-2. You're right, though. Just a guy who stays locked in, even in the post-game interviews. Always about the team, always about, I want to do my job and just do my part. He's behind 1-2, trying to protect. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Colton Hartman needed a strikeout, and he got it. There's now 2 outs in the sixth. The base is still loaded for Nico Brini. That is rare right there, Gino, to see Tanner Marsh strike out, but especially in a spot like that.
Yeah, you could tell he was upset with himself, kind of shaking his head. A slow walk back to the dugout, but before telling out Brini and Robbins what to expect.
Here's Brini, 2 outs, first pitch swing. Popped him up behind the plate, that exits. Foul. Nico's always ready to hit. He's definitely not one to go up there looking to walk. He has a hit so far tonight, stole a base in the first. 1 for 3 at Doran Park.
I might have to go back through and see how many times Brini makes contact with the first pitch he sees. It's impressive.
5'9" lefty takes a deep breath, digs into the back of the left-handed batter's box, looks at the left-hander Colton Hartman, and he's ready. The base is juiced, 2 outs. The 0-1. A fastball clips the outside corner, and Hartman is trying to get out of this one in the sixth. He's already given up 1. But walked the bases loaded with 1 out, then gave up an RBI hit to DiCarlo, who stands at first base. Is 1 strike away from stranding him loaded. 0-2. Brini offered, thought about it, pulled away, pitch in the dirt. Quattrani could not get there, and scoring from third is Trey Wells. All the other Mariners, both Harris and DiCarlo, advance 90 feet. They're at second and third. A wild pitch increases the Mariners' lead to 3. It's 4-1. One of those where Nico stepped at the pitch but did not swing. A really solid take. The count's at 1-2, 2 in scoring position. The Mariners up 3. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. A frustrated Colton Hartman strikes out back-to-back batters, but gives up 2 in the sixth. The Mariners up 4-1. We'll be back for the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Their
hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Harwich tacks on 2 more in the top half of the 6th. They extend their lead to 3. It's 4-1 in Bourne. Welcome into the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, a nice effort so far, a Mariner-style game where the pitching has been excellent, still the lowest ERA in the Cape. But they call to the bullpen for the first time tonight. The skipper, Steve Engler, goes to Thomas Shirtliff. Nothing but a true shutdown guy.
Yeah, Shirtliff, a.k.a. Shirt, one of the top relievers for this Mariner bullpen. You were someone that was talking about earlier this summer that maybe an all-star snub if you look at his numbers and what he deals with. A little bit of a shaky performance against Wareham, but that was a really good Wareham team that was putting bat on ball, and a tough outing for not just him but a lot of those pitchers for the Mariners. He's looking to bounce back here today.
He's dealing with 2, 3, and 4 in the Bourne lineup. Here's John LeGrande. 1 for 1 so far, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. First pitch fastball up and away, 1-0. Shirtliff on the summer has pitched 6 times, 13 innings, struck out 11, walked just 4, a 3.46 earned run average. Righty-lefty matchup, 1-0. Up and away again. That one just missed. 2 balls and no strikes to the Bourne center fielder. John LeGrande continues to beat up the Mariners. He always finds his way on base, already stole a bag tonight. The St. John's outfielder is a menace to deal with. Shirtliff looks in, comes home, the 2-0. That's right on the outside corner, 2-1. Shirtliff, a product of UPenn. And you talk to him, you can tell. Jake Coonan, another Ivy Leaguer on this team. Those guys just move a little bit differently, Gino. Having a kid on the field in right field. So everybody looking around, and now he exits. LeGrande was out of the box, now he digs back in. Left-handed hitter wears number 1 for the Bourne Braves. He's been their guy this summer. Leads the team in RBIs, leads the team in stolen bases, leads the team in on-base percentage. The 1-2 punch of Riker Waite, who hits first, and now LeGrande, who hits second, is top-notch in the Cape. Shirtliff, the 2-1. Swing and a foul down the left field line. The count's even. Gino, I want to ask you, a lot of these teams in the Cape, they have custom helmets, like Harwich.
Yep.
Bourne wears their college helmets. What do you think of that?
I don't really have an opinion on it.
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Mariner helmets too, though. I mean, I think it goes beyond just playing for your school.
2-2 is high. The count runs full.
Like, I think, you know, there's some managers with the mindset of, you know, this is just a summer league for guys to just get better individually. But for some of these teams like the Mariners, yes, they want that, but it's also Steve Engler wants to win as a unit, as a team. You're coming here, you're not a Wake Forest product, you're a Mariner.
Payoff pitch, spiked into the ground, a swinging bunt. Shirtliff fields from the rubber, throws underhand to first, and beats the speedster John LeGrande. 1 down in the 6th.
Now batting from Vanderbilt, right fielder.
So I think now that I think about it, that's a good question. I think I like the team batting helmets more. I think it's less of a, you know, an individual, oh, here's me, I'm wearing a you know, whatever uniform, but this is the school I play for, this is what I do. And it's more of, hey, yes, you go to whatever school, but you are here, you're representing the Harwich Mariners or the Bourne Braves or
sure,
right, the Katuitt Kettleers, whoever it may be.
Braden Holcomb, the batter. 1 out, nobody on. The Mariners up 4-1 in the 6th. First pitch high and tight. Holcomb stayed away. So far tonight, Holcomb is 0 for 2, grounded out and popped out in foul territory. Trying to right the ship. The Braves trail by 3. The Mariners tacked on 2 more in the top half of this inning. 1-0. Swinging a pop-up foul, 1-1. Shurtleff, one of those pitchers, and you see it sometimes out of relievers mainly, who consistently and always works from the stretch. Not a wind-up guy. Does not matter if anybody is on base. It's always funny because when you're horizontal to start with his legs, I always thought it was interesting because he's on the downhill, a fastball slider, and he just comes right after you. The 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball past the mound, charging in from short is Marcia. Sidearm throw and a beauty. He beats the 6'5" Braden Holcomb, 2 outs in the 6th.
Now batting from Mississippi State.
That's been Shurtleff's game. Comes in, especially when the Mariners have the lead, and he's able to quickly execute, throw strikes, pitch to contact, and more importantly, shut the door.
Doesn't mess around.
2 outs, nobody on for the new guy in Bourne, Drew Wires. Takes a long time digging into the right side. Shurtleff set from the belt. Extends the arms. A deep breath and comes home. First offering, swing and a miss. 0-1. Wires in the cleanup position tonight for Scott Lander's lineup. The DH in just his 3rd game for Bourne. On the road against YD, hit 2 home runs and drove in all 4 of the Braves' runs last night. They tied YD 4-4. The 0-1. A little bit low. The count's even at 1-1. Dorn Park, a fantastic open yard. The back, a little bit of a quarry look as there seems to be some construction going on down there. American flag with a little bit of wind coming off of it in dead center. The 1-1. Wires thought about swinging. He didn't. A curveball dripped right down the middle for strike 2. Shurtleff 1 strike away from ditching the 6th inning in scoreless fashion. The Mariners up 4-1, 2 outs, nobody on. A righty-righty matchup to Wires. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Infield at standard depth. 2-strike pitch, swing and a foul. Wires reach for a pitch way outside and just caught a piece off the top of the barrel. Do you know, I might go as far as saying this is a top 3 ballpark of mine in the Cape League.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't think it's top 3.
We'll be back on the home turf tomorrow. Big game against Chatham.
That'll be a good game.
West Division matchup, 1-2 in the dirt. The catcher Wells blocks it. Nobody's on base. 2-2 to Drew Wires. Cade Lewis on deck if we get there.
I would say Veterans Field's got to be up there.
That's my number 1, outside of Harwich.
Okay, we're not ranking Harwich. Okay. I think you got to put Eldridge up there, right?
We'll be there on Friday. 2-2. Swinging a chopper down the third base line. It stays in fair territory. Glove by Kennedy. A throw on the run. Fantastic. Are you kidding me? D. Kennedy fields the chopper and rifles it to first base. Shurtleff puts the Braves down in order. 1-2-3. Harwich leads by 3. We're through 6. Gino Antamarino will have you for the final 3 when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Mocking me?
We welcome you back here to Doran Park in Bourne, Massachusetts. Time now for the top of the 7th. 3-4-5 due up for the Mariners. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Aiden Robbins leading things off with Maddox Maloney on deck. D. Kennedy in the hole. Colton Hartman on the mound for the Braves in his second inning of work. In the last inning, gave up 2 runs. Had a little bit of a command issue to start the game, or start his tenure on the mound, I should say. Gave out a fly out, but 3 straight walks, that loaded the bases. Sam DiCarlo came up, drove in 1 with a single, but then righted the ship. Back-to-back strikeouts ended the frame, 1 to Marsh, 1 to Brini. And so Hartman trying to build off of those strikeouts he had to end the previous frame. The lefty on righty, first pitch to Robbins. Hits the inner edge for strike 1.
This has been a Mariner game. Now you got to finalize it. There's a Bourne team, Gino, we've talked about it. 1 loss in their last week. They're not going to tread lightly tonight. They're fighting for a playoff spot just like everybody else.
The 0-1. Misses low. Robbins with a thought about swing. Check. Said he did not go around. That bat barely even got to his right hip on his follow-through. That pitch was well in the dirt. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Robbins. Here's the pitch. Inside at the ankles. You talked about the standings. It's that now point in the summer where you got to start looking at where these teams sit. The Mariners 14, 12, and 3. 2 points back from first. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. But obviously a game at hand to all the other teams in the East. So if the Mariners win today, they're right there in the hunt for top of the East Division. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Aiden Robbins striking out for the second time today. Make that 3 straight strikeouts for Colton Hartman on the mound for the Braves. I talked about Luke, a little bit of a shaky start for him in terms of 3 straight walks loading the bases, but then ends the frame after giving up a couple with back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, what he really wants back is he gave up an RBI hit to DiCarlo, and that's going to happen. That ball was crushed into left center. He wants the wild pitch back.
First pitch to the righty, Maloney. Hits the upper edge for strike 1.
Because that wild pitch came in the Tanner Marsh at bat where he was ahead 1-2, and he spiked the curveball. That's just one of those where you got to be cautious of what you throw and how hard you spike it with a runner at third.
The 0-1. Line to right off the first hop. Cooney can't get behind it. He goes to scoop it up with his bare hand, loses it again. That gives Maloney plenty of time to get to first. And with 1 out, there's a base runner for the Mariners.
It was the second baseman, Cooney, who tried to catch the ball out of the air, but he came in with his palm facing outwards, almost like you were playing catch. But he needed to lift his wrist and face it towards the sky because that ball was dying fast, and he couldn't just nab at it and snag it out of the air. I have a feeling that's going to be ruled an infield hit generously, but just one of those 50-50 plays where he probably should have let it bounce as well.
D. Kennedy from the right side. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Well ahead of the off speed there. So yes, it is ruled a single from Maloney. Throw back to first. Maloney back with his left foot.
Good to see Maloney getting the hit column again.
Yeah, Maddox Maloney. A little bit of a slump as of recent. Batting under a 200 in his last 9 games with no extra base hits. Someone that He's got a lot of oomph in his swing during BP. The 0-1 is lined into left from Kennedy and down for a hit. D. Kennedy just continues to show off that strength and that pull down that third base left field side.
Nail on the head. That's where Kennedy's doing his damage this summer, and he's done a lot of it.
So back-to-back hits from Mariners. The 8th one of the day from D. Kennedy. Now here's Jake Coonan from the right side. First pitch, he shows bunt, taps it down the first base side. It rolls foul. Pitch that came right at the chest of Coonan. Laid the bunt down, but as it got about halfway up the line, just rolled foul.
6 through 9 right here. If you look at the Mariners lineup tonight, these seem to be the guys that are going to make or break this lineup come playoff time. We've seen Coonan hit for power. Trey Wells is coming on. Sam Harris slumping as of late but can get out of it. And then the new guy, DeCarlo. Looking for advanced production, more of a pickup from these guys. 2 on here for Coonan.
The 0-1. Popped up foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Jake Coonan. Mariners up 4-1 in the top of the 7th. Here from Doran Park. Mariners trying to hang on for their 4th victory against the Braves this summer. The 0-2. High heat, Coonan holds back. First ball of the count. A brisk evening now takes us over in Bourne, 70 degrees. After it was in the high 70s, low 80s to start this game. The 1-2. Popped up right behind the plate and out of play. Coonan making good contact. He's reached twice today, once off of a double, the other off of a walk. Both times he has scored. The 1-2. Drilled into right center. LeGrande on the charge from center, lets it fall for a base hit. That loads the bases for the Mariners. How about Jake Coonan really showing off that pop in his bat? Last couple of games, he's been turning up a notch, Luke.
Reached base 3 times last night. What's that, Gino? 3 times tonight. That's what I'm talking about. You start getting Jake Coonan on, next thing you know he hits for power. But hold on a second, he looks like he's a little beat up over there at first.
Amanda Lusky, the trainer for the Mariners, out from the dugout. Exchanges words with Coonan.
Looks to be okay.
Looking straight up at the sky, but Coonan will stay on first. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th, Mariners up 4-1 with just 1 out. Here's Trey Wells in the 7th spot. Lefty on righty. Wells digs in. First pitch. Swing and a miss.
Man, he puts a lot into those rips and fastballs. I can't wait till he connects.
Wells with no extra base hits yet this summer. But you talked about the strength that he has. The 0-1. Just fouled straight back off the mask of Quattrani, who looks straight down at the dirt and now stands up. That definitely stuns you for a second. I mean, especially if it's coming off the bat of Wells. 6'5", 200-plus pounds. I mean, to put it in perspective, Steve Englert has now nicknamed him Gronk, off of, obviously, Rob Gronkowski, who used to play for the Patriots and the Buccaneers. But, you know, to all the Boston fans out there, we'll just say for the Patriots.
Super Bowl champ with both.
Wells digs in from the right side. The 0-2. High and outside.
This is a big at-bat here.
Yeah, he talked about the Super Bowl from Gronkowski, and Wells trying to bring a championship for the Mariners. Talked to him after his first game, and that's what he's set for. The 1-2. popped up the infield right side. Ryan Cooney, with his heels on the outfield grass, records the second out.
So the situations that the Mariners are improving, but simply need to be a little bit better, Gino. In the 6th inning, the bases were loaded with 1 out. Marsh struck out. Now here with 1 out in the 7th, and the bases juiced, an infield fly. That's just stuff that's not going to fly come the postseason. Right now you have a 4-run lead. You're pitching great. These are opportunities where a fly ball to the outfield, they just mean that much more to continue to tack on.
Here's Sam Harris from the left side. First pitch, upstairs. Big spot for Harris here. Not because, you know, it's crunch time, but for a guy that's been slumping recently, he's got the bases loaded, 2 outs, can really blow the gates off this game. He struck out twice today. He's reached once off of a walk. Here's the 1-0. Inside, right at the elbows. Harris does a nice job at drawing walks. Anything that's outside the zone, it's pretty disciplined. The 2-0. Again, high and tight. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, bases loaded for Sam Harris. Steve Angler barking out at Harris, his first baseman, giving him words of encouragement. The 3-0 comes home. Inside at the knees, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Sam Harris. The Mariner dugout letting out some claps as Harwich tacks on another run that brings home Maddox Maloney from third. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Second baseman number 14, Sam DiCarlo.
Feel like I say this a lot, but you'll take it.
Scott Landers out from the dugout. Going up to his reliever, he looks over towards the bullpen, and that's going to be Colton Hartman's day. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Mariners up 5-1. We'll have the new arm for the Bourne Braves for you when we come back right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
We welcome you back here to Doran Park alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. New man on the mound for the Braves. It's Quinn Holt looking to get out of a jam that was caused by Colton Hartman. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Mariners up 5-1. Harris on first, Coonan on second, Kennedy on third. But Hartman's day is over after going 1 2/3. Gave up 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, as well as 2 runs, but obviously his day's not over. He is responsible for all of the runners on right now. Up to bat for the Mariners is Sam DiCarlo, the 9-spot hitter. But Quinn Holt out of Keystone College 6'5", 225 pounds, making his debut here on the Cape. The right-hander stares down the righty, Sam DiCarlo, from the right side as DiCarlo digs in. Holt fires home. Right down the middle, a fastball. DiCarlo singled and brought home a run in his last at-bat. 1 for 3 today. The 0-1. Again, heater down the middle for strike 2. Just like that, Holt trying to get out of this frame and leave all bases for the Mariners stranded. Here's the 0-2. Misses low and outside.
DiCarlo already has a hit tonight with the bases loaded. What a position this would be if he could find a gap. He could put the Bourne Braves to bed.
1-2. This one is drilled into left center, down for a hit. That brings home Kennedy. Coonan right behind him. No throw to the plate. 2-run score off a single from Sam DiCarlo.
All this guy does is just drive runs in, Gino. What a pickup.
In the crunch time as well.
Now batting from Liberty, the shortstop
Mariners
number
now up
22, Tanner Marsh.
to a 6-1 lead. Rather a 7-1 lead. Back to the top of the order we go. Tanner Marsh from the right side. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, first pitch. Hits the inner edge for strike 1. We talked about DiCarlo. Nice job to go up there with 2 outs, new pitcher, and to stay ready. The 0-1 is fouled straight back. DiCarlo with his 4th RBI this summer. His 3rd one today. The 0-2. Hard hit ground ball up the middle, skips past the second base. Cooney fields it, throws to first. It gets away from Torres. That brings in Harris from third, and the Mariners plate another run. It's 8-1 in the top of the 7th.
Here come the Mariners, Gino. This team is getting hot at the right time. Now surpassed double digits in the hit tally once again. 8 runs in. They don't look to be done. 2nd and 3rd for one of the hottest guys up, but everybody delivering. This is a rally that started with the bottom of the order and now making its way into the top. Marsh, another multi-hit ball game.
So with runners on 2nd and 3rd, Nico Brini digs in from the left side. 2 outs, first pitch. Push the other way, foul. So a single from Marsh, but a throwing error advances him to 2nd. The 0-1. Misses low.
And they've blown this thing open the last 2 innings. 4 in the 7th, 2 the previous in the 6th. This Harwich team, there is no quit. And that's what I'm talking about, Gino. It feels like a lot of these teams are running out of steam in the Cape. The Mariners are just getting started.
1-1 to Brini, a swing and a miss.
The more new faces that come in, it's just more guys producing. DiCarlo, another RBI hit with a 2 RBI hit. And then you get the top of the order, and these guys have been doing this all summer.
The 1-2. Line over the head of the third baseman, Lewis, into the outfield. That's going to easily score 2. Brini into 2nd, a 2 RBI double. The floodgates have really opened up here at Doran Park.
Hit after hit after hit. That's now 3 consecutive RBI knocks. This is a complete game tonight, Gino.
Absolutely right.
Also knocking on the door of a little bit of a mercy rule.
Just one run away.
And then they'd have to close it out in the bottom of the inning.
Right.
But A-Rob hitless tonight. Why not plate the runner at second, Brini? We know he's fast. Anything to the outfield for a base hit can make it 11-1.
Robbins the righty. First pitch. Down the middle, strike one. Robbins led things off in this frame. Struck out. But he gets another opportunity here. The 0-1. Misses low. You know, the funny thing is, the Mariners are getting all of this momentum with 2 outs.
And that's something that I brought up earlier in the game, that they've been a 2-out hit away all summer. And it seems like now that they're catching their stride over 500, they're getting it.
The 1-1 from Robbins. This one is drilled into right, down for a hit. Brini rounds past third. The throw is way off the plate. Brini in sliding. 11-1 Mariners on top of the Braves in the top of the 7th. An RBI single from Robbins. And the Mariners just continue to add salt to the wound.
This is a heck of a performance. They're onto their 3rd arm. They're getting to everybody. 13 hits. Keep them coming. They've bat around in the 7th. Maloney kicked this inning off. Or excuse me, Robbins started this inning by striking out. And now we've made it to the guys who initiated this rally. We'll see if they can keep it.
First pitch to Maddox Maloney. Ground ball down the third base side. Lewis there to haul it in. Throws across the diamond in time for out number 3. Man, oh man, 7 runs by the Mariners to start the 7th. They're now up by 10. We head to the home half of the 7th. We'll see if the Mariners can close it out here with the mercy roll in place. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Come on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Time now for the bottom of the 7th and what could be the last frame of this game. Mariners up by 10. The mercy rule is in place. That's if a team is up by 10 or more heading into the 8th. So it obviously applies from the 7th on. After the 7th, I should say. You got to play through this frame. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Braves. Cade Lewis, the lefty, leading things off. Thomas Shirtleff in his 2nd inning of work. Went 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from the righty. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. DeCarlo's on it like a cat, and he throws him out at first.
Shut the door, Shirt.
Now batting from Cincinnati, left fielder number 5, Cal Sepsic.
One away in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Cal Sepsic. 1 for 2 on the day, a single in his first plate appearance. Induced a double play back in the 4th. A 6-4-3 by this Mariners defense.
Look back to that win on the 4th of July at Brewster, Gino.
First pitch to the righty, misses low.
That triggered a win streak of 6 games for Harwich. What was similar tonight from that game? Well, they scored 8 runs in the 7th inning in Brewster. 7 in the 7th tonight.
The 1-0. High heat. 2 balls, no strikes.
Sometimes all it takes is just one of those nights. 13 hits. You bat through the lineup. You post a number. If they can get out of here early, get some rest, and take off the rest of the way.
The 2-0. Swung at and a foul tip. Straight back into the mitt of Wells. First strike of the count. But you're right. Anything to kind of get that momentum. And he'll certainly take it with the standings as close as they are. Mariners sit just 2 points back from first. A game at hand, 2-1. Misses low. But this is the game at hand because this is a makeup game that was canceled back on July 9th due to a rain delay. Rain cancellation, I should say. So the Mariners and the Braves making it up here today. Here's the 3-1. Popped up and out of play. Over the Mariner dugout along the first base side. 3-2 the count now to Sefcik. Shirtliff in search of his first strikeout here tonight. Sefcik digs back in from the right side. Payoff pitch. High, ball 4. That brings up Mark Quattrani, batting in the 7th spot. Mariners up 11-1, bottom of the 7th. Here from Doran Park in Bourne.
Start to draw consistencies. When we always bring up the style of Mariner baseball to win a game, Gino, well, sure, might not score the most runs, but the pitching, excellent. But you look at the numbers and deeper, well, the pitching is really excellent when they hold teams under 7 or 8 walks. That's just the 4th free pass tonight.
First pitch to the righty Quattrani, and it hits him. Right off the elbow. Looked like that ball also ricocheted off of Wells, the catcher for the Mariners. He takes off the mitt from his left hand. He's opening and closing it with a tight fist and then sprawling out his fingers.
Now batting from Alabama, first baseman number 29, Jason.
So now runners on first and second for the Braves with 1 out.
Gino, you know what I'm thinking?
Double play time?
I didn't say it.
Mariners already with a 6-4-3 today.
Torres having a nice night, though. He has the only RBI so far for Bourne.
Mariners also have a 4-6-3. First pitch to Torres. Low. Shirtliff punches the inside of his mitt. Not out of frustration, but just trying to settle in here. The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
That is a beautiful slider.
1 ball, 1 strike to Torres. Torres plated 1 on his last plate appearance, a single. That brought home Quattrani. Quattrani currently on first. Sefcik on second. Here's the 1-1. Low.
And the strike zone is tight. Joe LaBella. He's kept it consistent. That's your boy, Gino.
Yeah. LaBella came up to me and you, Luke, but saw me texting my mom back. Didn't know I was texting my mom. And was saying, what are you on your phone for? Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to short. Marsh charges, and he can't field it. It ricochets off his glove, gets into the outfield. Robbins throws home. Trey Wells applies the tag, and Sefcik is safe. An error from Marsh at short. That ball ramped up his glove. As he taps his chest right now, the Braves eliminate the mercy roll. 11-2, the Mariners lead.
You can tell Marsh was just thinking about two before he even had the first hop. We've seen a couple weird bounces tonight.
So runners on first and second, one out. Bottom of the seventh, here's Ryan Cooney. The righty lets a pitch go low. Wells takes his time to trot out to the mound to talk with Shirtleff. Gives him a pat on the back, puts his mitt over his mouth. So none of the Braves runners can see what's being said. Wells gives him one last tap and now heads back to behind home plate. 1 ball, no strikes to the second baseman, Cooney. 0 for 2 today. Runners on first and second. Torres on first. Guatrani on second. Mariners up 11-2 with one out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This is low. Cooney with 2 flyouts today. The 2-0. Check swing. Called a strike on the inside edge. Down the head of this Braves team. Down by 9 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 2-1. Called a strike on the upper edge. Shirtleff still in search of his first strikeout today. He's through 7 batters tonight.